Hi friends, hello and welcome to another video. Recently I visited Xinjiang one more time. I joined a media tour that started off real well. We stayed at a phenomenal hotel for the first 2 nights. The first night we went to a show at the Xinjiang International Theater. The show had your typical music and your dances and typical clothes and stories from different regions and minorities. But for me, the most impressive part was the live animals as being part of the show. That was something that I did not expect, and it was pretty cool. Now, the next day in the morning, we visited a winery and a traditional Chinese medicine herb plantation. But this was not too interesting to me, so I didn't really shoot too much about that. However, the next day we visited one of my favorite places in Xinjiang. I would probably say one of my favorite places in China, Sanlimu, this alpine lake. The colors of the water are just amazing. The wildlife, the mountains covered in pine trees that kind of like edge towards the water. Is how I picture the Alps would be. And, well, we have that here in Xinjiang. So it's always great to go back once again. Now, the next day we drove to Bagua, which is a city that is split a little bit like a pizza. But on the way there, we stopped by the Guozhiguo bridge, which is one of several highway bridges in China. The thing with that is because it's a highway bridge, you cannot stop and observe, but they have created this service road that goes on a parallel mountain, and that leads to several observation posts where you can enjoy a coffee and just fly your drone and just enjoy the scenery, which was what we did. That was pretty nice. Now, once we arrived in Bagua, we visited a walking street. It's full of guest houses and coffee shops and restaurants and little shops and whatnot. Really cool place to go and relax and just absorb the atmosphere of Ili. Our next stop was perhaps the most interesting part for me. We visited a newspaper that has been in circulation since 1946. That's actually 3 years before the PRC was actually established. And the interesting part about this place is that this newspaper is written in Xibe language, a language that is spoken by no more than 20,000 Xibe people in Xinjiang and about 200,000 Xibe people around the rest of China and the world itself. Now, the history of the newspaper puts a few things in evidence. Number one is that there have been efforts to keep this minority language alive. Obviously, from supporting the newspaper's operation, which is obvious, right? But perhaps the fact that impressed me the most is they have actually developed a software that allows them today to type and diagram their newspaper in Xibe language. I was told that there is also plans to develop an input method for WeChat for mobile phones. So this effort is significant because we often hear that minority language are being eradicated in Xinjiang. Well, this proves that this is not so. We finish our tour walking the streets of Xinjiang, or Six Star Street, where a local media outlet actually invited me to interview some Chinese tourists in Chinese, which is something that I've never done before. So that was a little bit, it went okay, but it was a bit challenging. So that's it. That was my trip to Xinjiang, and I had a wonderful time. And as always, I cannot wait to go back again, hopefully this time around in winter. So maybe I can have a try at snowboarding in the beautiful resorts of Xinjiang. All right, guys, that's all for today. Until I see you again, take it easy and bye for now.